They said he was too young, too wild, too unpredictable to lead a Hollywood blockbuster. But in 2001, Heath Ledger rode into history, literally and metaphorically, with A Knight's Tale. This wasn't just a breakout performance. This was a young man rewriting what stardom looked like on his own terms. Before the red carpets and roaring fans, Heath was just a boy from Perth, Western Australia. Born in 1979, he found his spark in drama classes. Not because he wanted to be famous, but because acting felt like breathing. Heath wasn't groomed by Hollywood. He was a misfit who found comfort in playing characters, in slipping into new skins. His early days were raw, bit parts in Australian TV shows, countless auditions, and rejections that would have crushed most. But Heath, he kept going. Kept pushing. Because somewhere deep inside, he knew he had something the world hadn't seen yet. By the late 90s, Heath moved to the US, chasing what felt like a distant dream. He landed 10 Things I Hate About You in 1999, a teen heartthrob role. Instantly, people noticed the looks, the charm. But Heath knew he was more than that. He didn't want to be typecast. He turned down role after role. That decision, it wasn't about arrogance. It was about integrity. I don't want to be the next anyone, he once said. I want to be the first me. That mindset, that refusal to compromise his art, became his compass. But it also meant the road got harder before it got better. Then came A Knight's Tale, a medieval adventure with Queen music. It sounded absurd on paper. A film that mixed jousting with rock anthems, Shakespearean language with Gen Z humor? And they wanted Heath Ledger, an actor with no proven track record leading a major action comedy, to carry the entire film. It was a massive risk, but that's the thing about Heath. He leaned into risk. Where others played it safe, he swung for the fences. On set, he trained for months, horseback riding, sword fighting, and most of all, learning how to lead not just a character, but an audience. When A Knight's Tale hit theaters in May 2001, it shocked everyone. Critics called him magnetic. Viewers fell in love, not with a pretty face, but with a raw, layered performance that danced between comedy, drama, and quiet vulnerability. Heath's William Thatcher wasn't just a knight. He was a metaphor for Heath himself, rising from humble roots, defying expectations, writing his own destiny. Suddenly, the industry couldn't ignore him. He was no longer that teen rom-com guy. He was a serious actor. And more importantly, he did it without selling out who he was. What set Heath apart wasn't just talent, it was his mindset. He studied characters like puzzles. He read scripts not for the fame they bring, but the stretch they demand. He challenged directors. He questioned scenes, not out of ego, but purpose. And through it all, he held tightly to one core belief: vulnerability is strength. That belief shaped every choice, every pause, every line he delivered. And it's something any of us can learn from. That real growth doesn't come from pretending to be strong. It comes from facing fear head-on. Heath Ledger's 2001 wasn't an accident. It was the result of small, disciplined steps. Saying no to the wrong roles. Prioritizing authenticity over fame. Doing the hard work when no one was watching. His story reminds us that breaking through isn't about instant success. It's about alignment between who you are and what you choose to fight for. When those two things lock in, that's when momentum happens. That's when impact lasts. So here's the question for you. Are you trying to be the next someone or the first you? Because if Heath Ledger's journey teaches us anything, it's this: you don't have to play by the rules. You don't need to wait for permission. You just need to be bold enough to show up as yourself. That's where transformation begins. Drop a comment below. What's one thing you're choosing not to compromise on in your journey? And remember, your breakthrough might just be one brave decision away.